So I did my case on the sporting goods store. So some background info. Bill is just now hired to be the new manager of a certain store of a national chain of sporting goods stores. He's recently been hired there. Um, so he's there to try to fix the weak profits of the store. He's there to try to turn it around. So he does have some experience as an assistant manager. He has 2 years of uh, experience with that, and then 2 years prior of just working at the store as well. So he has 4 total years of experience. Again, the store he's managing is weak profit. He's sent there to try to get the store more profitable. So some of his powers, I guess, as an assistant manager, he has the ability to suspend or fire somebody with the approval of his boss above him. He's got to have approval. He can't just fire somebody on the spot. Of his 20 employees, he's able to give appraisal ratings for each employee, which could influence um, end of year bonuses or salary raises for them. And also, the store has plenty of weaknesses. There's high turnover, the pay's not great, customer service isn't great either, efficiency is lacking. So that's just a little background info. And now to the key issues. Number one is, like I said, profit performance is below average. The store's not performing how it should be. That's why Bill is there to fix it. Another issue is high turnover. So a lot of employees, for whatever reason, could be pay, could be job satisfaction, whatever it is, are either fired or quit. So they're not keeping a lot of the same employees. They're turning over easy. And then employees not paid well enough, which could go hand in hand with the high turnover issue. If employees aren't feel like they aren't paid very well, they're not going to stay there. Low efficiency. So a lot of times there's a lot of employees kind of just hanging out, not really doing their jobs, trying to socialize with customers, just kind of being lazy. Um, Also, customer service is lacking. That kind of goes hand in hand with low efficiency. If you don't have high efficiency, if you're not working with the customers, getting them through lines quick, your customer service is going to be bad. Also, with customer service, if your employees are getting turned over and they're not staying, they don't have a great, strong knowledge of the store or the products, because it takes about 3 months or so for them to really understand the store and the products. So that leads to bad customer service. Okay, so question number one. How much of each type of power does Bill have at this time? So first one's legitimate. Obviously, he's the boss. He's the manager. He has legitimate power over his employees. He can tell them what to do because he's their boss. Second one, reward. I think he does have some reward power because, like I said earlier, he has the appraisal ratings that can influence whether or not the employees get raises at the end of the year. So he has that in his back pocket to be able to say, hey, I can help get you a raise, if I see that you're doing a good job. That's why he has reward power. Coercive power. I think he has a little bit just because he is their boss, and he does have the ability to fire them, granted with the approval of his boss. But if he is able to show his boss that, hey, this employee isn't great, they shouldn't be working here, they should be fired, um, then there's probably a good chance that employee's going to get fired. So he does have a little bit of that power. And referent power, obviously he doesn't have any of this because he's not famous. He's not um, he's not a famous person. He's not well known. He's just a manager coming in. So he doesn't have any referent power. Expert power, I think he has a little bit of this power just because he's been working at this store for 4 years. He's been an assistant manager for 2 years. So he does know the store well, how it should be operated, how it should be to be efficient. But he's not necessarily an expert in any specific branch. He's not a sporting goods guy. He's not a skiing guy. He's not a clothing guy. He just kind of knows the store in general. So I think he has a little bit of expert power there. Question number two. What influence tactics could be used in this situation to influence Sally? Explain what you would actually say about Sally. So, with this question, a little bit of background about Sally. She is in charge of the branch of the skiing, everything, skiing equipment. and her branch is struggling, but it could be very profitable because they have a lot of people there. They're in Vermont, and so one of the big problems is there's a lot of people waiting in line, a lot of people waiting to get served. Customers are leaving because of the long lines, and Sally's in charge, and she has been seen socializing with her friends, her customers, waiting way too long, just not really on doing her job. So, what influence tactics could be used in this situation to influence Sally? I think the best tactic is reason. That's just going to her, telling her, "Hey, Sally, look, you know, your branch isn't doing great. It could do much better. Here's why. Here's what you can do to make it better. Stop socializing so much. Start focusing on the customers. Try to get them through lines. Make sure they're happy and they're satisfied. Just reason with her son, saying, hey, here's what you could do better. Here's why. I think just being straight up with her, I think that's probably the best way to do it. And I believe she would understand and hopefully change her attitude and behaviors. Second best, I think, is retribution. This is just, you know, telling her, hey, if you don't shape up, start doing a better job, then I have the power to fire you. I can show my boss, here's what everything she's doing wrong, and I believe she should be fired for this reason. Um, and I think that that should definitely get her attention if reasoning with her doesn't. I mean, I think that's a last resort. I don't think you do that first time. But, telling her, hey, I'll fire you basically if you don't do it right, or, some type of punishment, maybe demote her, maybe pay decrease, whatever it is to get her attention to realize, oh, hey, he's serious. And the third option, I don't think it's really an option, is bargain. I don't think you should have to go to your employee and say, hey, please do your job and I'll pay you more. I think they should just do their job. And then if they do more work on top of that, and do a better job on top of that, then you can start talking about bonuses or the appraisal ratings. But I don't think you have to go to your employee and basically beg them to do their job when that's their baseline job. Number 3, what should Bill do to improve performance? So I think he's got to start with the ski department for all the reasons I've said earlier. I mean, it's a department and they're in Vermont. There's a lot of snow, a lot of skiing, snowboarding. That's a department that should carry the store. So I think if he can fix that department, make it that branch profitable, then they'll see their store dramatically improve. Because I mean that should be where all the money's coming from. Raises. So I think this is a good way to get employees to stay, motivate them to do a better job. So if he talks to his employees and says, hey, I have the ability to potentially get you a raise if I see that you're doing a good job, if I see that you're working with customers real well. So I think that's a great way to get employees to start doing their job and keep them around so that you keep the same employees who know their products well. You're not having to turn over and retrain people and hope that they do a good job. So I think keeping the same employees by raises would be would be huge. Third, improve customer service. Um, so this is kind of goes hand in hand with the raises too, trying to keep turnover low. So I think having good customer service would be having employees who know the products and can help customers get exactly what they want. Nobody wants to go into a store, any store, ask, what should I get here? What's good for this? And the employees just, I don't, and they don't really know. So I think if they can get their customer service higher, better, so that their employees know the products, can really advise the customers on what to do, and have the customers really feel like they were helped and not just, kind of, oh, it's over there, you can find it. They really help them out. They feel like they really were helped out and told what to get and advised. That'll help keep customers around, keep people around, and make them more happy overall. And then improve efficiency. So this is kind of like the ski department. Just I think if you do that for the whole store, it'd be huge. And this starts with good customer service as well. Those kind of go hand in hand. Just trying to make sure the lines are going quick. You don't want people backed up waiting in line just because employees are lollygagging around, hanging around, not really doing their job. They're just kind of no sense of urgency. So I think if you can improve the efficiency with checking customers out, helping them out throughout the store, and this is through every single department. I think if they can do that, uh, more people want to come back. They'll have more loyal customers. They'll get more customers by word of mouth saying, "Oh, I had a great experience there. They really helped me out. They really showed me what to do, what to get, and helped me make the best choice possible." Conclusion: Bill has his hands full. So, I mean, there's a lot of issues with this branch. So I think if Bill can do all the things that we talked about just in the last slide, pretty much, efficiency, customer service, fixing the ski department, then I think he would see a profitable branch in the end. But I mean, he just showed up there, so he's got his work cut out for him, and um, hopefully he can get his employees to follow along with him and trust what he's doing when he's saying. Other than that, it's gonna be tough for him. As far as references, I just used your PowerPoint slide, chapter 5 video. I didn't Google anything. I just used that for everything. So, and that is it. That is my presentation. Thank you.